Welcome to Trikana Skill, your lifetime career partner. Trikana is a pioneer and trailblazer in the field of civil engineering and construction training, seeking to bridge the gap between engineering studies and the construction industry. Aggregate Soundness Test. The soundness test on aggregate is carried out to learn the resistance of aggregates to weathering actions like thawing, freezing, alternate wetting and drying in normal conditions and in salt water, variation in temperature. This test is intended to study the resistance to weathering action and to judge the durability of the coarse aggregate. Scope. To determine the durability of aggregates to weathering action and to judge the durability of the coarse aggregate. Soundness test is specified in IS 2386 part. Apparatus required. Balance, 500 g and 5000 grams of least count of 0.1 grams and 1 gram respectively. Oven. Sieve the wire mesh basket. Container. Chemical solution. Sodium sulfate solution. Magnesium sulfate solution. Preparation of test sample for coarse aggregate. Wash and dry the coarse aggregate retained on 4.75 mm IS sieve in oven at 105 to 110 degrees Celsius, till it attains a constant mass. Sieve the dried sample to separate it into different size fractions using sieves of sizes 80 mm, 63 mm, 40 mm, 20 mm, 10 mm, and 4.75 mm. The sample should be of such an amount that it will yield not less than the following amount of the different sizes, which shall be available in amounts of 5% or more. Take proper weight of sample from each fraction and place it in separate containers for the test. Test procedure. Take individual samples in a wire mesh basket and immerse it in the solution of sodium sulfate or magnesium sulfate for not less than 16 hours nor more than 18 hours such that the solution covers them to a depth of at least 15 mm. After completion of the immersion period, remove the samples from solution and allow it to drain for 15 minutes and place it in Indiana drying oven. Dry the sample until it attains a constant mass and then remove it from oven and cool it to room temperature. After cooling again, immerse it in the solution as described in step 1. The process of alternate immersion and drying is repeated until the specified number of cycles as agreed between the purchaser and the vendor is obtained. After completion of the final cycle and after the sample has been cooled, wash it to free from sodium sulfate or magnesium sulfate solution. This may be determined when there is no reaction of the wash water with barium chloride. Then dry each fraction of the sample to constant temperature of 105 to 110 degrees Celsius and weigh it. Sieve the coarse aggregate over the sieve shown below for the appropriate size of particles. Result. As a general guide, after 10 cycles the average loss of weight should not exceed 12% and 18% when tested with sodium sulfate and magnesium sulfate respectively.
Thank you for your time. If you have any queries, do not hesitate to contact us.